opened the bomb. Package was going to Austin.
A potential serial bomber strikes again.
Everybody was just confused about what's going on.
Federal agents swarm 3 FedEx facilities, hoping to gather new clues to stop the bomber before anyone else is hurt or killed. Officers and federal agents scrambling to FedEx buildings across central Texas today, one in Sunset Valley off Brody Lane, another in southeast Austin on McKinney Falls Parkway.
Investigators believe the FedEx location on Brody Lane played a vital role in a bombing that injured a woman working in Schertz early this morning. Schertz is about an hour southwest of Austin off of I-35. That brings the tally to 5 bombings in just 18 days in and around Austin. KVUE's Jenny Lee is at the FedEx store on Brody Lane right now. And Jenny, investigators had the store and the surrounding area shut down for hours, but now it looks like it's reopened.
That's right, Mike. The FedEx store itself remained closed throughout the day, but the area surrounding it has reopened just after 4 o'clock today. That's when all the federal investigators left, when they finished processing the store inside. They finished gathering all the evidence. The ATF and FBI agents spent the day doing that, gathering evidence from inside, like surveillance video. Take a look. This is a up-close look of what it looks like inside. Expectedly copiers and printers, but look at the ceiling. At least 10 surveillance cameras, and it's footage from those cameras authorities are most interested in because it may show the potential serial bomber. Now, we also saw agents dusting for fingerprints, and here's an outside aerial shot from drone view of the scene as it was shut down for 10 hours today. This after federal authorities linked the package explosion at the FedEx facility in Schertz to this FedEx location in Sunset Valley. Sunset Valley Police and Westlake Hills Police provided traffic control as surrounding businesses remained open today. Police say this may be the break they need.
It's kind of big news. I hope that the FBI gets what they're looking for, and the people of Austin can sleep a little safer at night.
But police say it is still important for the public to remain vigilant and to report anything they see as suspicious, to call 911 right away. Now let's go to my colleague who is standing by live in Schertz at that FedEx location where the package explosion happened earlier this morning. Christy?
Well, Jenny, allegedly the package mailed from your location there came here to Schertz to this FedEx distribution center. Employees discovered it about 12:30 this morning when it exploded on a conveyor belt. Now, federal investigators, including ATF and the FBI, were out here investigating for about 15 hours today. They won't say how that package was detonated, other than then it was on that conveyor belt. Now, after the explosion, one woman said she felt ringing in her ears, but emergency officials checked her out and she is expected to be okay. We talked to several people who live and work nearby. Many say they aren't necessarily scared, but are ready for these explosions to end.
The thing that worries me, or I don't know what worries, concerns me, is the fact that we have got sort of complacent. So we're kind of getting used to this, and that worries me. You know, we don't need to get used to it. We need to try as best we can to do something about it.
All you hear about is, you know, who's going to get blown up next. Everywhere I go to deliver to, I'm sure there's not a bomb in there, you know.
It's supposed to feel safe at home, and then all this happens, and you're second guessing everything. You're walking out the door, checking around doorsteps and everything. So it's real scary.
Now, there was a bit of confusion here today about how many explosive packages there were at this location. The FBI now confirms there was only one explosive package here in Schertz. Now, FedEx says, though, the person who mailed the package here to this location that exploded also sent another package that was found at the FedEx location near the Austin airport. FedEx says they turned that in to police. Live in Schertz, Christy Millward, KVUE News.
All right, thanks, Kirsty. And breaking news coming out of Schertz right now, we're learning that U.S. Congressman Michael McCall has told the Associated Press that investigators have obtained surveillance videos that could possibly show a suspect in the package bombing at that FedEx distribution center in Schertz, which is near San Antonio. We'll continue to follow up on that lead as well as many, many others in this continuing ongoing story.
And two sources are telling ABC News now a suspicious package at a FedEx facility near ABIA is in fact another explosive device.
KVUE's Aaron Jones is at the scene. Aaron, tell us what you're hearing.
Well, Mike and Quita, investigators are linking that suspicious package with a bomb found inside it to their serial bomb investigation. After spending nearly 11 hours here, authorities have left for the night, and this road is now back open, all of the entrances to this FedEx facility. Now, we did have a chance to speak to some of the employees throughout the day. It's unclear whether they will be able to come back tonight and get their belongings and their cars, but they told us that this has just been such a whirlwind day for us. One employee says he handles hundreds of packages a day and doesn't want to think about what would have happened if he loaded up his truck with a package that had a bomb inside it.
I load up 4 trucks personally, and that's like what I do. I think 600 boxes every day, maybe more. And then I'm very in a hurry, so sometimes I have to throw them in the floor and then just load them up quick as I can. And if I threw one that had the bomb in there and it explodes on the floor, well, it's not only me, but my coworkers that go with me.
And tonight we're still waiting to hear where the bomb came from and who it was intended for. Meanwhile, Austin police are continuing to stress that they're taking any suspicious package call that they get very seriously and want to continue to remind the public, if you see something, say something. Reporting live in Southeast Austin, Aaron Jones, KVUE News.
Thank you, Aaron. And KVUE and Austin American Statesman's Tony Polhetsky joins us now with the latest on the investigation in today's suspicious package scare. And Tony, I know that Michael McCall just said they may have surveillance video of the suspect. What is that going to mean for the pace of the investigation tonight?
Well, it can mean a number of different things, Quita. A lot of times in investigations like this, we do see law enforcement releasing those visual images or security footage in an effort to try to get the public's help in identifying a suspect. It is unclear to me whether or not law enforcement will be doing that in this case. They often do when they need help identifying a suspect. But Quita, I've also seen from years of covering crime that authorities sometimes don't release the video and photographs of a suspect or of a person of interest, and frequently they will refrain from doing so when they don't need the public's help. In other words, when they have zeroed in on someone and are pursuing them independently of any kind of public tips.
But in this case, they've been asking repeatedly for help from the public.
They have, and that is still true. The public, I believe, and law enforcement believes, has a duty. If you have seen something in recent days and recent weeks that might lead to any information about the person behind these attacks, then you are to call 911. You are to get in touch with law enforcement. And Quita, we should continue to add, because authorities have reminded us and asked us to keep getting the message out there. The reward for any information in this case is now well over 6 figures, $115,000 for information leading to an arrest and conviction of a suspect. Quita.
That's right. Tony, thank you very much.
You bet.
Mike?
President Donald Trump from the Oval Office today talking about the situation here in Central Texas. Here's what the Commander-in-Chief had to say.
The bombings in Austin are terrible. Local, state, and federal are working hand in hand to get to the bottom of it. This is obviously a very, very sick individual, or maybe individuals. These are sick people, and we will get to the bottom of it. What's going on in Austin, a great place, a tremendous place, is absolutely disgraceful.
The president did not say if these 5 confirmed bombings amount to acts of domestic terror or hate crimes.
With this onslaught of information, it's easy for all of the facts to get twisted.
There is a lot going on out there for sure. KVUE's Jason Puckett is with us now to verify some of the rumors that we're hearing going around Austin. Jason?
Mike and Quita, we're working nonstop right now to figure out what is true and what is bunk going on in this situation. And today, a number of you sent us an alarming rumor saying that a man was online claiming to be the bomber. Well, jump over to reddit.com and you see that exactly is true. A person by the name Austin Bomber claiming the explosions and talking about why, even saying, quote, "I am doing this simply because I want to watch the world burn." Here's the thing. This user didn't give any proof, and the thread and account were deleted by Reddit quickly. We also reached out to APD. They said they knew of the thread and the claims. Tonight we can verify that yes, someone did go on Reddit claiming to be the bomber, and yeah, APD knows about it, but no, we cannot say in any way that this was actually the bomber or anyone even related to the explosion at this time. Folks, make sure you keep sending us your questions or concerns. You're looking right now at a team from all over the country here in our newsroom in Austin, working to answer questions and look deeper. Make sure you hit us up at news@kvue.com. Mike and Quita.
All right, Jason, thank you. APD issuing a new warning tonight in light of today's events. If you come across anything suspicious, a package, backpack, just anything that looks out of place, don't touch it, don't handle it, do not disturb it. Instead, call 911 immediately.
You can have the latest developments in your hands on the KVUE News app for all of our online stories or all of our stories on these explosions and suspicious package investigations. Visit KVUE.com/Austin Explosions. You can also check out the KVUE Facebook and Twitter pages for updates seconds after we learn about them. Interim Police Chief Brian Manley sharing what he knows with the Austin City Council.
Hear the council's take on the terror shaking 6 Austin neighborhoods.
So let's take a look back on what has brought us to today's events. It's unfortunate that we have to keep adding locations to this map. The first explosion went off on March 2nd on Haverford Drive in northeast Austin, killing 39-year-old Anthony House. Then 10 days later, 2 more bombs similar in construction exploded in central East Austin off of Old Fort Hill Drive, claiming the life of 17-year-old Draylon Mason and seriously injuring his mother. 5 hours later, that same day, another bomb in southeast Austin seriously hurt 75-year-old Hope Herrera. And the 4th explosion went off in southwest Austin on Sunday. That injured 2 men in their 20s who are expected to be okay.
The working theory right now, and as has also been publicized by the Schertz Police Department, is that that was a package that was in the shipping center destined for Austin.
Austin Police Chief Brian Manley advising the Austin City Council on the latest confirmed package bombing in Schertz. That's about an hour southwest of Austin. Chief Manley confirms the package bomb that went off at a FedEx facility in Schertz was on its way to Austin, mailed from Austin. He also says investigators suspect that the explosion there is connected to the 4 bombings here in Austin this month. City Council members and Mayor Steve Adler today spoke out at City Hall about the bombings.
That's where KVUE's Rebecca Trejo joins us now live. And Rebecca, what did City Council members tell you?
They all expressed confidence in law enforcement to solve these crimes, and they asked their constituents not to hesitate to dial 911 if you see a suspicious package or a suspicious device. And also don't hesitate to dial APD's tip line if you have information that might be useful to investigators to help solve these investigations.
We have to be the eyes and ears of the public safety folks, and they want us to be vigilant. They want us to identify for them things that are suspicious, and we need to do that. And I want everyone in the community to know that there is nothing that is being requested that's not being given. There is no resource that anybody needs that is not being provided.
They have all of the resources at their disposal to make sure that they have everything that they need to put together to put an end to what we're seeing.
Mayor Steve Adler says the city of Austin should come together as a community and watch out for each other's safety, watch out for your neighbor's safety as well. Reporting live at City Hall, Rebecca Trejo, KVUE News.
Thanks, Rebecca. And still to come, a recap of everything we know about today's explosion and the other bomb found at a FedEx facility here in Austin.
Also next, look at your full forecast. First, a snapshot of where temperatures made it today. 75 degrees at Kent Mabry, 74 at Bergstrom, running about 10 degrees cooler from yesterday. Chilly tonight with lows in the 40s. Your full forecast coming up.